Hi, now we're going to go over your events plugin. Okay. Notice if you go to the events here, you have the last three here. Okay. Now on that page, on the home page, let's go to pages. Kind of covered this real quickly before. On the let's go click the edit the home page. We're going to see that this is actually a plugin that shows 3 columns, but if you have 4, let's go ahead and show you how to change that. Okay. The page load. Okay. Let's go ahead and scroll down to the events section, upcoming events. Here's the plugin. Okay, number of events is 3. You can change that to 6, for example, and then do 3 columns, or you can do 2 columns and change it to 4, and then it'll show an array. It'll show 2 rows of 2, etc., etc. So whatever makes sense. Obviously, 3 columns, because there's only 3 upcoming events now, makes sense that there is 3 and 3. Okay, so you can play around with those numbers to make sure that it looks right. That's the first thing. Okay. Now, second, your events are listed here. Let's go click events. Okay. Now, when you click an event, let's go ahead and click one. Florida State Tampa. Here, you have the image. You have the details: the start date, the end date, the website, the organizer, and the venue. Your visitors can add it to the Google Calendar. They can also share it, or you can share it, and also on Facebook quickly. Okay, like this. Or you could copy and paste the link up here as well. Okay, so you have your venue here. So the first thing you want to do is, when you create a new event, you want to create a new venue. So here's your events. So you would go venues. Okay. You have 3 venues now. You would add new. Okay. And this would be, California State Fair. Okay. You don't really need a description. You would put the address here, the city here, the country, the state, their website, okay, and the phone number. You probably want to put as your own phone number. Okay. That information would show here. This would be the title. This is the address. The Google map, you can click it. A person could get directions instantly, and the map would also be embedded. Okay. Now you have your organizer. So once you create the venue, then you would want to let's move that to trash. Okay. Then you would want to create a new event. Okay, after you've created the venue. And on the new event, you'd want to you would have an option down here to your new venue would show up here in this drop down list. Okay, so now you still have your venues in here. So the next year around, all you got to do is just re-click the venue, and you'd be good to go. So when you click a new event, you want to add the title here. Okay, your image goes here. Now, I have one suggestion, is that you make the images all the same size. When you do that, they will show up all the same size here. These images here, I believe, are 800 pixels. .800 by 450 high. And if you make them 800 pixels by 450 pixels high, then they will show up the exact size here. Okay. Now you would upload that file here. What I actually did is I went to their websites and I did a screen capture. And notice this is 800 by 450 high, 800 by 450 high. All of them are the same. This one's the same. Okay. And then once you click set featured image here, you would upload the new image. Okay. And that image then would show here, and then on the full page it would show here. Your description would be here. Now I'm going to show you something. We have a volunteer sign up form for the Florida State Fair. This is something I saw on your Facebook page, and I noticed that it goes to a Google Doc. Okay, if you prefer using this, you could use this. What dates are you available to assist? Please list below, and your name, information, etc., etc. Now, you could include this link in your description, okay, which would be in here, similar to what I did here, sign up form. The way you would do that is you would put you would say to volunteer, fill out this form. Okay, and you would highlight that and make it a link. Paste that Google document in there. That's one way. Okay. The other way is you actually have what's called Gravity Forms in your site. Okay, this is kind of an upper echelon. What you could do is you can add a new form, and we'll call it volunteer for Florida State Fair. Okay, create form. You don't have to put a description. Okay, and on this form here, what you would do is, let's duplicate this. You have what dates are you available to assist? Please list below, and there's your answer. Okay, so you would I would potentially do a paragraph text. You want to drag it over. Okay, click it, change the title here. Okay, and click required. Minimize this. Then you want to do a second one. Your name, email address, and phone number. So you want to go down here, single line text. Okay. Actually, you want to go below here and double click that. And this would be full name. Okay. Required. Okay, email. Advanced fields. Email. There. And then phone number. Phone number down here. Okay. And I actually believe there's a dates here. Let's look at the dates. And then we can double check this, but I haven't used the date one yet. And so let's click the date. Put this in here. Okay. We use the date picker. Date format. Required. And let's see if it allows you to choose multiple dates. It may or may not. If it doesn't, then this won't work. Let's click update form, and then we'll just delete that and not use the date. We'll just use the general box. Okay. Once you update the form, you can click preview up here on your form. Preview here, and this would be this date. Yeah, it doesn't really give you multiples. It's only one date. So the date picker is probably not going to work for that. We'll just use the regular box. We'll delete that by clicking X on that. And we'll update the form. Now what you want to do is you want to go to settings here, and you want to go to confirmations. This is like your default confirmation setting. Notification. That's your thank you. Click edit, and we are going to, you want to add your email here. So this would be God loves you at Embark. Okay, I'm going to put mine 0767@yahoo.com. Okay, and there we go. And this is actually going to be sent to you. Okay, new volunteer form. All right. All the fields are going to show in the email here. And click update. And let's go back to the form settings. So we just created a quick form. Okay, let's go to form. Sorry. Now, what you want to do is once you have that form created, this would be the Volunteers for Florida State Fair. Okay, your ID is number 3. Okay, let's go back to edit. Got to get you what's called a short code. Okay, and oh, I forgot, shortcode's not necessary. Okay, so once this is created, you have their full name, email address, etc., etc. Okay, and then once that's that, you want to go back to your event. Okay, and we are going to close out this new event. Well, actually, we'll stay on the page. We're going to go events. This would be the Florida State Fair. We're going to click edit on this Florida State Fair, and that would be this one here. And instead of using a sign up for volunteer form, it actually goes to a Google document here. We're going to create our own form, and we are going to, oops, sorry, clicking too fast. We're going to go ahead and delete those two, and we're going to go what's called add form. We're going to choose the volunteers for state. We're not going to display the title. We're not going to display the description, and we're going to go insert form. There we go. I'm going to click update, and we're going to go see what that looks like now here on the actual event itself. Okay, so what we actually did is now we have our own form here where they put in the dates, put in the name, put in their email, put in their phone, and they click submit. So let's just go ahead and do this. Full name is Craig Hunt. My email is hunt0777 at yahoo.com, and my phone number is 239-745-2337. Oops, 239-745-2337. We're going to go ahead and click submit. The thank you message should appear. Okay, thank you for contacting us. We'll get back with you shortly. Appeared. Let's just go double check my email. Okay, and give the server a little bit, and you'll get a notification on that. So let's go ahead and refresh the page here again. Okay, when you refresh the page, any new visitor then will see the new form. Okay, actually, it's recognizing that I've already been here because there's a cookie that gets stored in the browser cache. So, at any rate, there we go. We have a Gravity form. Volunteers needed. It's added. So once you put in the title, okay, which actually appears on your home page here, okay, and then on the detail page, which is here, okay, we have here the event, okay, and you want to go to, let's go back to the event. You choose the dates here from to, okay, choose the venue that you've already used. The organizers should pretty much stay close to the same. If you want new organizers, you can add one right here, or you can add an organizer up here. You want to choose the URL for the event here, okay. If there's a cost, you can put in a cost there, but obviously it's not really recognized for here. Don't worry about these here. You can unclick those. Don't worry about the categories, just the image. Okay, and I'm actually going to do something here. Okay, on the detail page here, on the detail here, I'm gonna Florida State Fair. The times actually show up here, so the title shows up here, the times show up here, the times also show up here. Okay, and volunteers needed. The form will show. You just have to refresh the cache for the next person that comes along. Okay, and you're good to go. So let's just go ahead and leave this page. Let's review this. All right. I'm going to go ahead and update this and close this out. All right, so you create your venue first, then you add your event. Let's go in as if we're editing at the event. Okay. You put in the title for the event, the description. You can add your form here Okay, after you make a form, you can add it there. And let's go add a form, one more form. On forms, same page, click forms. You want to add a new one, real quick. Title. You drag the paragraph text for the dates, drag it over here. Advanced fields, name, email, phone, name, email, phone. Okay. In order to change the title for this, you just change it here. These you probably shouldn't need to change. This is ID number 4. Click save. It's called ASDF.jkl, whatever. Just go ahead and refresh this page. Once we refresh this page, because we just created a new form here, then all we have to do is in our text here, okay, click enter, add form, ASDF.jkl. When that one, actually I do title and description false and false. Forgot to uncheck those. Alright, and you put on the start date, start time, choose your venue that you've already created, choose your organizer, choose the URL. Over here, don't worry about category, don't worry about events. Choose your image, 800 by 450 high, 800 pixels wide by 450 high. Click update. Once you click update, on your home page, the latest one should show up here. Okay? Should show up here. Now, to delete an event, go back to events. To delete a form, go back to forms. Okay? So this one, I want to go ahead and click trash. Okay? On this one, I want to go ahead and click trash. Okay? And then you'll be done. Okay? And then they'll show up here. That's it. That's how you create events for your website with the details, the information. Remember, making sure this looks even and symmetrical, I think makes a lot of sense. Keep the images 800 pixels by 450 pixels wide. Okay? And they should look nice and symmetrical. And the pages should go to the detail pages. And like this. And you should be set. This concludes our tutorial on creating events for your website. Thanks and have a blessed day.